Aloha Nui Kako is Sagittarius, Valina Mai A, White Shadow Spiritual Advising, Obria Ko'uinoa, and E Kalamai. Apologies now for the background noise. It is a little extra noisy today where I'm at. Either way, we're still here. We're going to do your August tarot forecast. You can check out your sun, moon, rising sign, or really any placement in your birth chart for these videos down below. If you'd like to support my work, there's some links down there where you can do so. And then also down below, you can find the information to my Instagram, my email, and my TikTok. All right, Sagittarius. So immediately when I pulled these cards, the very first thing that came to my mind is you guys are very hesitant to set some boundaries because you know that when you do, it's going to push you onto a specific path that is going to require you to leave some people behind, leave some circumstances, jobs, whatever it may be behind, and you're hesitant to do that. However, if you don't do that, you're going to find that people continue to cross your boundaries. And the thing about it is, if you don't respect your own boundaries, how do you expect other people to do so? So this is going to be a time where you're really going to very much see, Sagittarius, that when you focus on self and you do for self, that can irritate a lot of people. And some people you have around you right now are benefiting from you being in a lower version of yourself. Okay, so the first card you are receiving is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of extraness. It's doing the most, it's stress-related health concerns, it's having to deal with a lot of different things at once. As you can see, this person's holding up all of these wands, and they are very much struggling to do so. This is going to be having a lot of responsibilities, maybe too many responsibilities, the weight of the world on your shoulders, and this is the card of a bag lady. Now, this is going to say that this is not the time to take on anything new. This is not the time to take on extra responsibility. This is not the time to divert on your plans. This is a time to get committed towards what it is you feel called to do and to protect that notion. Now, with this card being one of a bag lady, this is going to say that you have a lot you need to release, that there's a lot energetically that you need to sort through and you need to deal with and you need to transmute. With it being the number 10, it's going to show that this cycle is about to close out or trying to close out. You are about to reach the finish line in this nature. And the Ten of Wands, again, it's just very much like you're doing the most. You may be working too much, or you are working too much. You're spending too much time with people that don't reciprocate your energy. And this is a time where you're really going to hone in on and figure out what it is that is going to uplift you in your life. Not only things that you have to keep giving to that aren't giving anything back. All right, so then you are receiving the King of Swords. This is going to be a card of boundaries for me in this reading specifically. The King of Swords is saying that not only do you need to emotionally detach, it's saying that if you don't emotionally detach, you will not be able to set your boundaries in the way that you need to, in the way that it is called for. The King of Swords means what he says and says what he means. This is not a time to beat around the bush. This is a time to speak your truth, speak it authentically, speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Just do it tactfully. You don't have to speak your truth in a very abrupt or intrusive way. You can speak it in a way where you're standing strong in your power and at the same time being respectful and maintaining a sense of compassion and understanding towards other people. The King of Swords is going to be a card of speaking your boundaries, and I would say for Sagittarius this month, reworking your boundaries. So what does that mean? Take the time, sometime throughout this month, to get into a meditative state, get into a space where you can feel connected to yourself, your energy, your existence, and write down everything that you perceive your boundaries to be. And what you're going to find is that you have some boundaries that you don't need anymore. They're not fitting to who you are and who you are becoming. You have boundaries that you need to be stronger in, that you need to be more vocal in, that you need to reinstate. And then you're going to find that you lack boundaries in a certain area. Now, because of this and this issue with the boundaries and this energy right here, by you working through this energy, you're going to end up in the energy of the Lovers, which is the last card you are receiving. The Lovers is a card of having to choose a path. It's being at a crossroads. And I feel very deeply, Sagittarius, that you've been avoiding this because you know that just by you saying, do not talk to me that way. I don't want to be treated like this. I don't want to live my life like this. That it's going to completely change everything around you. Why you're so afraid of that? I would say it's because you know you're going to have to step away from certain people, places, things, jobs, circumstances, whatever, that you're not fully willing to step away from. And because you're not fully willing to step away from it, you are greatly halting your progress. You are greatly standing in the way of your healing. And this Lover's energy, I would say if you don't do this next month or very soon, whatever, you're going to end up with the Tower. The Tower is going to come in and it's going to rip everything away from you. This month is a chance to do things on your own without having to ask for help and without having to have, I would say, divine intervention. Because if you get that divine intervention, it's going to create a lot of destruction around you. It's going to pull the rug out from underneath you. So I would say in the month of August, Sagittarius, this is like your last chance to really stand up for yourself, stand in your power, and really not take shit. The thing about Sagittarius is that it's not necessarily that they do take shit. It's that they have the tendency to put themselves in situations that they know they shouldn't be in. I find that to be a very common occurrence with all my Sagittarius clients. And again, this is very much about releasing the baggage, healing, standing strong in your boundaries and your truth. And that is what is going to put you on the path of your highest good. That's what's going to put you on the most ideal path for yourself. Don't be afraid to do it, because really it's going to happen either way. It's either going to happen by divine orchestration, or it's going to happen by you taking on this King of Swords energy here. Remember, change is constant. We can't avoid change. There's very specific cycles, rhythms, and phases that our universe and our creator goes through, and it trickles down all the way to us humans. So you cannot avoid this, is what I'm trying to say. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave that at that for you. I hope you all have a beautiful month.